Hola, happy Friday. Happy Venus Day. Mi nombre es Edith. I am an intuitive psychic reader, a medium, an Akashic Records reader as well, and the owner of Earth Crystals con Amor, my crystal and spiritual shop. Thank you for connecting with me today, for clicking on my video, for allowing me to be this vessel to bring you the guidance, the clarity, confirmation, whatever it is that you're here to receive. I'm honored and I'm thankful. I felt really called today to come outside and connect with Mother Earth and bring you these messages that we're ready to receive in our life. There's no specific topic that I'll be focusing on. I love to do like guidance reading, like checking in with ourselves. I feel more than anything like what is it that we need to nurture in ourselves right now? What is it that we need to hear? Whether it's the confirmation, that clarity, that calling us out from our guides, that humbling us, right? Because we all need it here and there. Today I have 3 options, so I want to just start by inviting you to connect with an option. There's no right or wrong way of choosing. I am outside, so I'm going to try to speak a little loud, but I can't control the noise outside, so just please be mindful of that. Option number 1 is this Polychrome Jasper. I connected with the hearts today because it's Venus Day, all about self-love, self-care, connecting with us, so the hearts called to me. Option number 2, this beautiful blue color, Amazonita. And then last but not least, this stunning, beautiful pink amethyst. She has a lot of beautiful pieces, raw pieces. So trust your intuition. If you feel like you want to pick all 3, go ahead, pick all 3. There's no right or wrong way. I trust that the message that's meant for you will definitely come. These are general messages. I can't connect with each one of you, but I trust that there was a reason why you clicked on this video. I trust there's a reason why you picked today or whenever it is that you're sitting down to watch this video, and allow yourself to receive the messages. Don't focus on any timing. If there is any timing that I talk about, just allow yourself to receive things in your life or to go through things in your life when you are ready for them. I'll leave the timestamps down below if you don't want to see me shuffle and you just want to go straight to your message. So let's get started. I'm going to start by shuffling a couple of different cards, but then I'm also going to do them live. So let's see. Amazonite, Pink Amethyst, and this is a spirit animal deck. Let's see, this one is called the Self-Care Wisdom cards. I love the images on this one. I love the energy of this one. I feel like this one is very focused on ourselves. Oh, 2 want to come out here with the Pink Amethyst, option 3. And then option 1. Vamos a ver. I feel like also with the energy that I was feeling like today, like meditating with this energy, there might be a lot of emotions that have been hard for us to honor or to feel or to trust. But I feel like this is a calling also. Trust yourself with any emotions that continue to repeat themselves, like with certain people, with certain things, with certain projects in our life. Because there's like something I feel like we're also needing to leave behind, which I'm sure we'll get into a little bit deeper. And I feel like needing to leave behind so we can connect more with ourselves. Needing to leave behind so it doesn't hold us back. I feel like more than anything, it's like a benefit. Yeah, benefit. All right. I'm just going to connect with your energy. Trust that the messages that are for you are going to come through. And just allow you to press a little recharge or reset button for a moment. I have some copal burning for our ancestors so they can bring us the guidance. So let's get started. Option number 1, this beautiful Polychrome Jasper. She has a couple of like different spots in the front, but then she's solid in the back. I'm going to connect first with the crystal energy and then with the cards that came out for you. And I feel like one of the main things that I'm feeling and hearing right away from your guides, it's like you have to keep moving forward. You have to remind yourself also of how far you've come. You have to remind yourself. It's like I feel like your guides are wanting to check in with you, like giving you a pep talk, giving you like a motivational talk, like, hey, I know it's been a little bit harder than usual. However, We want to remind you your courage, your strength. And I feel like at times that courage, that strength, it has become overwhelming. It has become like draining to an extent. But I feel like your guides are saying that roughness that's in the outside, you don't always have to be rough. It's okay to be kind, and it's okay to be gentle with others, and it's okay to trust. Polychrome Jasper, it's like a community stone. It helps us with using our voice. It helps us also with expansion. I feel like every time I've connected on a deeper level myself with this stone, it helps me like expand. It always reminds me of like you belong in bigger places. So for some of you, I feel like you're also this year, you've been trying to focus more on your career, on your purpose, on your life calling, however you want to identify it. And maybe it has become a little bit challenging because things haven't gone as you planned. There's a lot of things that maybe are taking a little bit longer than you anticipated, but you're getting there. Because I feel like your guides are saying, yes, yes, you didn't anticipate for it to take 2 years, 3 years, but you're getting there. I feel like also with the energy of Polychrome Jasper, it reminds us to focus on ourselves and not on others. If I tend to look around, it's because I see images and I see things, feel things, hear things. So just keep that in mind. The spirit animal that's coming up for you is the coyote. And he says, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. I feel like this message, right? And look at him. He's like looking back. Like, let's accept what didn't work for you. Let's be okay with moving forward. Let's be okay with living in the moment and not so much in the what's next and why hasn't this happened. I feel like for some of you, I keep seeing some of you like going through this journey to an extent where you're like, okay, that's it. I don't think I can take to the next level. That's it. I don't think I can keep going. And your guides are like, you keep going. Don't be so hard on yourself because of the people that have left your life. Don't be so hard on yourself because certain people, they don't see your worth, or certain people are not giving you the acknowledgement that you deserve. You also got healing your heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. I always get this as like that inner child connecting with you and saying like, hey, everything you've been doing, no es en vano, it's not in vain. Everything that you've been doing is to show up for you. Maybe for some of you, because career has been a little bit challenging to find your calling, your purpose, but it's because I'm hearing your guides say it's because you've also been repeating this story that doesn't belong to you anymore. I mean, maybe it was told to you when you were a child. Maybe it was ingrained in you, like you need to be like this to be successful, to be happy, to be valuable, X amount of things. Now we're unlearning that so we can really step into what we're meant to do. I feel like this is also checking in with you by your inner child of saying like, look at what you thought you were going to be in this lifetime. You didn't think you were going to accomplish much. However, you have, and you need to give yourself credit. For some of you, I feel like there's like an inner child, maybe 13, 14-year-old version of you that's coming in and saying like, we're not lost anymore. We're not living life without direction. Maybe for some of you growing up, it was very hard to have direction. It was very hard to have stability. And that sometimes gets a little bit challenging because you've gotten comfortable in certain places where you feel safe. And I'm saying it feels safe because maybe you're telling yourself, only if I stay here, I'll be safe. But you don't know what's at the other side, right? That coyote, he's looking back and he's like, thank you for that journey. Thank you for those lessons. But I have to keep moving forward. I have to live in the moment. Ooh, you get surprise. And behind it, it says, release your expectations and be open to surprise. I love this energy. Like, I feel like, yes, this is going to be a year for many of you of like self-discovery, finding your true calling, your true soul, like what lights you up. And you also have to remember, for a lot of us, I feel like we've always heard of like your life purpose is your career, and that's not the case. Your life purpose can be something you do when you go outside of work. A life purpose can be when you travel. It's something that you do on your own. It's what brings you joy, what calls your soul. It's great. A little white feather is falling. It's great when you can incorporate it in your career, but it doesn't always fall that way. So remember that. because maybe you're being very hard on yourself. Also with this box and the surprise energy, it's like, let's get out of that little box that we've been put in because of our race, because of our culture, because of our age. There's something also like, let's get out of that belief that we need to be a certain way. You don't fit in that box. So there is something different that's coming if you continue to stay focused and be authentic to who you truly are. Polychrome Jasper is also a stone of community, so I wouldn't doubt it if many of you want to work with others. Not all of you, but most of you might want to connect more with community and supporting others. I keep hearing an affirmation from your ancestors and saying, I am supported. Remind yourself, you are supported. Instead of like, no, I'm alone, nobody believes in me. No, you are supported. Maybe not in the physical realm by your family, friends, but in the spiritual realm, you're being heard. You're being guided. Needs, and it's the timing. Do you need more time to yourself? A break from thinking too much? A kind encounter with a friend? Your needs matter, and it's time to honor them. And look at you. In there, it's like a pool, but with the timing, right? And the affirmation in the back. It's also that reminder, like, do you need to check in with yourself? Maybe it's been a little bit harder to honor this journey because you've been doing so much for others to the point where you forgot, wait a minute, I matter. Wait a minute, I need to do this for me. What serves my soul? Also, like, I feel like picking up on the energy on this card, like something you need to hear at the moment. It's like, stop comparing yourself. Stop remembering things. Stop reminiscing so much in the past of, oh, if I would have done this, if I could have done this. I mean, I'm sure for many of us, but you didn't, and you're here now, so you have to remember that. I want to see what oh, this deck is calling me. I don't know the name of it, but it's some type of like love deck, and it doesn't have to be if you're in a relationship or not, because there's no specific messages in those readings. But let's see. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Yes. And look, she's going within, nurturing her soul. He or she, however you identify. But it's important right now to take a step back. I feel like that's the main message here, right? It's not about your love life. It's not about specific friends. It's not about career. It's just taking a step back. And maybe it's hard for you to slow down because you grew up in an environment where it was like go, go, go. Or maybe you live in a city, in a state where life is just go, go, go. And that sometimes is hard to find balance. Not impossible, but a little bit challenging or hard. The next one says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Yes. And I love that there's all these butterflies all around her. She has her eyes closed, right? He, she. Eyes closed, and it's just going within and quieting your mind. Maybe it has been a little bit more challenging for you to just slow down because you've been telling yourself by X amount of time, I need to finish this, I need to accomplish this, because I'm not going to be successful, because people are not going to see my worth. People keep telling me like, when are you going to do this, when are you going to do that? You're overwhelmed with thoughts because I keep feeling that. So you got to check in with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's see what this Angels deck. I don't remember the name of this deck, but let's see. I feel like for some of you, this is also like that message of don't stay more quiet about your journey, your story, like what you're doing. Don't feel like you need to overshare. And maybe that's coming because that inner child, that younger version of you, is just wanting to get validation from others and like, I don't want to go down the wrong path. But what is the wrong path? I feel like career for you is also something that's calling you because you've been doing something for X amount of time and it's great. You could continue to do it probably and retire and live life, but you really won't be fulfilling yourself. You really won't be having some type of purpose. And I feel like you're craving identity, you're craving community, you're craving happiness. That's the word, happiness. All right, let's see what's coming in. Your present self, future self. What is she wanting to tell you? Goddess of Awakening. This is a wondrous time of explorations, romance, and creativity. Goddess of strength. Stand up for what you believe in. You will gain respect by holding your ground. You will gain respect by holding your ground, by holding what you believe, what you trust, what you want to evolve in. For some of you, I feel like you've been having a hard time with family and them accepting this new chapter in your life, them seeing this new chapter in your life, and it's going to get a little challenging because you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, especially by just standing up for what you believe in. Polychrome Jasper also has that very grounding energy, so I understand why that card also came through and like reminding you, hey, you're gonna have to be a little stronger, and you're gonna have to be okay with saying, I'm taking the steps necessary, like you checking in with yourself, right? I'm taking the steps necessary so I can be happy, so I can fulfill my goals, not others, but me. I want to see if you have any last messages that are coming up. I want to pick an affirmation card from this I Am Everything affirmation deck for option number 1. Like this was a quick message, and that's my intention for this reading, just like a quick check-in. What do you need to hear? Option number 1, Polychrome Jasper. If you're trying to save X amount of money, I feel like this is coming up. If you're trying to save X amount of money, you have to stay focused. Like you have to set specific goals. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing is given to us, so we just have to be strict. There's something you're wanting, like a long-term goal you want to accomplish, and your guides are saying like you have to stay strict. All right, you got number 14, I am open. And it says, vulnerability is my strength, not my weakness. My openness attracts those who are beneficial to my highest good. When I lean into my feelings, I am honoring my truth. When I communicate my feelings in a loving way, I am speaking my truth. I am open. I love that for you. I feel like that check-in with yourself today, it's like be okay with change. 14, 4 plus 1 is number 5. 5 in numerology is a number that represents growth, change, staying focused. A downside, a weakness, I guess you could say, with number 5 is when you are a bit stubborn, when you get in your own way, when you're so focused on the outcome that you don't even live in the moment. So try to find more of that balance, because I feel like that's important. I know that came in for a reason. Y todo a su tiempo, everything in divine timing. When people want to ask you like, why haven't you accomplished this? Why? Don't get on their level. Remind yourself, I don't have to explain myself to others. I don't need their validation. And it's okay to check in with yourself and say, hey, you know, when people ask me, I'm going to be honest. I'm just figuring it out. I'm just living in the moment. And it might not be what they want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Your soul needs to hear. I hope that resonates. Thank you for the energy exchange. Amazonite. All right, let's see. Messages that you need to hear at the moment. Guidance, clarity, confirmation. You're calling out whatever it is that your guides are wanting to bring you. Option number 2 is this beautiful Amazonite, this beautiful bluish ocean color. She is all about speaking our truth, using our voice, being honest, not with others. Not that you don't have to be honest with others, but mainly with yourself. She's very focused on us, on you, on your true self. I feel like for option number 2, it's been a little bit challenging emotionally, because I'm connecting a lot with your emotions. Maybe it's been very hard to honor also how you truly have been feeling. I'm going to put a little bit more copal here to honor our ancestors and to bring us the guidance that we're needing to hear. I feel like with option number 2, I keep seeing the angel number 22. And that is a master number. And I feel like that number comes in also when it's telling us like, okay, like calling our power back. Like what I mean by calling our power back, stop over giving, stop trying to nurture everyone that you forget I also need nurturing. Maybe for some of you, you've been trying to do more things out of your comfort zone, but it gets a little nerve-wracking. Maybe being around crowds or being around others or unknown people make you very uncomfortable, because I keep tapping into that, like I want to do that, but I'm nervous. And maybe you just need little by little baby steps. Maybe in the last 2 years you've been secluded, like many of us, right? The pandemic, you've been like secluded, and it's been a little bit challenging to adjust to this lifestyle change, this environment. And you've been a little hard on yourself. So I feel like this is a quick message from the crystal, like be kind with yourself and start being more honest with you, checking in with yourself. I don't know if sometimes it's just hard for you to open up to others. Maybe it takes time, and that's okay, that's valid. Maybe writing your emotions is something that can help. Regardless, the message is like, don't hold them in. Let's get them out. Your first card is explore your options. I love this. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Right? This younger version of you, it's like navigating through the water and just trying to see what works for you. Maybe you've been feeling lately like, you know, I should have done this, because I keep hearing you say, well, if I would have done this before, maybe I would be better. I'm sure many things, if we wonder, we can continue to wonder, but we don't know the outcome. Stop being so hard on yourself. Maybe anxiety is something that's very hard for you to honor about yourself and your emotions sometimes. And maybe it's not even anxiety. Maybe it's just like worriness, and you're like, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's coming from somewhere, and it's okay to get support. A therapist, a group of, there's a name for it, like therapy groups, circles, meditations, many things. There's options. You just have to look out there and set your intention to be willing to receive. For some of you, I feel like a message you're also needing to hear at the moment, it's like, what are you rushing for? What is it that you're wanting to do so fast that you keep thinking, I need to do it now, that you're not even living in the moment? You have a hard time using your voice because a lot of times you analyze, like I feel like, and this might come from childhood for some of you, so take it if it resonates. Maybe from a very young age, it was very hard for you to be vocal. You weren't allowed. And now you're like, I don't know. Can I be vocal? Should I be vocal? And your guides are like, absolutely. Be willing to get out of your comfort zone. Be willing to be your true self. You got growth. Evolution starts when you leave your comfort zone. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And look at the image on this with the growth card. It's a house with a tree in it, but the tree outgrew this house. That's you. You've been nurturing your seeds. That's why in the beginning you're like, I'm nervous, like I want to get out, but then I don't want to get out. I keep seeing the sun come out and like shining on you. That to me, it's like your guides are saying better times are ahead. You're worthy of more. Maybe you've been really worried about a change in homes as well. And maybe it can't happen right now, and it won't happen right now, but it will happen. I keep connecting with the fairies energy. They're very present usually in my backyard, but I feel like for your option, it's coming up mainly to say like, you also got to live in the moment. You got to play, you got to enjoy it, paint, draw, like do more artistic stuff. You're very creative, but I feel like from a young age, maybe it was calmed on you, like it was downplayed. I'm hearing the little bell in the background play, and I feel like that's like a calling, like, hey, you're not lost. Let's get rid of things that you have outgrown. Now there's something like coming up, like let's let go of baggage and things that just don't align with you anymore. The spirit animal that's coming out, you can't make this up. I can't make this up. I shuffled these cards in the beginning. And this is dolphin, playfulness, time, take time to play. Dolphins are also all about self-care. Dolphins come in to remind us like being emotional is okay. Maybe you have a hard time with honoring your emotions. Maybe at times you worry so much of how others are going to perceive you that you're like, no, I can't do that. But you don't even give yourself the opportunity to show up. I feel like this deck is calling me. The self-care wisdom cards. So let's see what else is coming up for option number 2, my Amazonite. What do they need to hear? I feel like for many of you, you would also like benefit from like a solo trip. Maybe it's way out of your comfort zone, but that will get you started with like getting out. Because you've been like hibernating. You have, but you're ready to come out. You got rituals and you got surrender. Oh, I love these. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Surrender. You're like, I don't want to surrender. I want to control everything. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Your spirit guides. And then this one, rituals. You got to nurture yourself. You got to water yourself. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Maybe you see it online and you think that, but stop. 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 Stop thinking your life has to be like others. Your journey is different, and that's okay. You're very unique. You really are. This card says, steady yourself with simple rituals. Do the dishes, fold laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea. Let wisdom sneak up on you. Get busy. Like, I feel like your mind wanders a lot at times, and that's like reminding you, right? Find things that work for you. Do things for you more. Nurture yourself more. That's great that you're a giver, that you're a lover, and that you might be a gifter, because I keep seeing like you wanting to gift things to people. That's okay. I'm outside, so sorry for the noise. But you're worthy of more. You're capable of more than anything. Alrighty, let's see. I'm going to pick this beautiful mermaid deck, Oracles of Mermaids. I was going to pick this for option number 1, and I wasn't guided, so for your option it is. Let's see. Emotionally, from the water element and from the mermaids, what do you need to hear? Maybe for some of you, you've been trying to discover like what's next, and you've been feeling a little bit stuck. I feel like, yes, what's next is important to stay focused and on your goals, but you keep going. I don't believe in coincidences. The fact that that truck is like backing up, it's like that reminder, like, hey, slow down. Stop trying to go so fast. I feel like that's also that reminder, like bringing something to your attention. Like, hey, pause, wait. You're important. You're a priority. As we said that, it turned off. Atlantis. Ooh, number 19. 9 plus 1, 10. Number 1. New beginnings. Rapid development. Excellence. Success. Atlantis is a very magical place, right? They say that, sorry if it gets a little loud. They say that also when we are trying to go within at times, we just have to connect with our past lives. This gives me a lot of past life energy. Maybe you're healing right now a chapter in your life of your past lives, of something that you've outgrown, of something that no longer defines you. For some of you, this could also be with family energy. A lot of things you've been unlearning, a lot of things that you've been understanding more now that you're an adult. Todo a su tiempo. I love that her energy, she's very focused on herself. Let's see what else is coming up for you. For option number 2, Amazonite, you got guide. A guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. And this is number 11. Number 10, and then this is number 11. 10, 11, you're moving forward. I feel like for many of you, you're getting somebody in your life physically, like a mentor, a new friend, somebody that's going to help you with guidance, help you with like learning more in your life, or spiritually, or both. In the physical realm and in the spiritual realm, have an open mind. Try to go outside more. Try to open your mind, like set your intention, like please bring me the guidance that I need to receive so I can be open to receiving the guidance from my new spirit guide. Our spirit guides change. We can have a spirit guide from the day of birth until the day of death, but most of the time it's not like that. We'll get them for a specific time in our life, for a specific lesson, for a specific chapter. So be open. But for some of you, you're getting guided, I feel like, by somebody new. I want to pick one more card from this other beautiful deck that I have, and I feel like it's like that younger version of you. I don't remember the name of this deck, but it's a beautiful like images of little girls, very playful, and then they have really nice like affirmation cards. You got this one, and it's like the little pony, the seers, it's called. The seekers. Believe in your ability to attract kindred spirits and live with a happy heart. Embrace your path with arms wide open. In the affirmation, you can say, I am free to live as I choose. I am free to live as I choose. I love that. This little girl feels very safe with that little pony, horse, unicorn, whatever it is, just to be herself, right? Earlier we said you're unique, accepted. Once you accept it, the people around you will accept it. And maybe they don't, and you'll just find a new tribe. Don't get caught up in wanting to wait for others to see your true self. As long as you see it and you believe in yourself, you will see how people and things will align. Maybe you've been so focused on the specific messages. I feel like you're very analytical for many of you, because this is general, right? But you're very analytical to the point where sometimes you don't let things flow. And your guides are like, you need to let things flow. You need to allow them to surprise you. It's okay if it catches you off guard. You can't focus on everything. You can't control everything. I'm going to end your option with an affirmation card. Thank you for the energy exchange. I felt really loving energy in this option, so know that you're not alone. Maybe many of you dream with, look at how an airplane is flying with you. Maybe many of you dream with your ancestors, with loved ones that have passed. Know that they're guiding you. Know that they're reminding you have different places to go to, right? To me, that airplane flying over your option, it's like you're going different places. Maybe you've been wanting to travel. This was the option, I believe, where I said do like a solo trip. And that's a sign. It's not as hard as or scary as you might be telling yourself. Thank you for the energy exchange. And if you want to book something a little bit more private, you can through my website at earthcrystosconamor.com. Thank you. Your affirmation card number 22. Did I say I was connecting with number 22 in this option? No me acuerdo. I am transformed. I see the beauty of change. Everything I have been through transformed me into who I am today. I'm so much braver. I'm so much more caring. I'm so much more emotionally intelligent. I'm so much more open. I will continue changing and improving. I am transformed. Oh, that's a beautiful one. I'm gonna leave it here in case anybody wants to do a screenshot. I set my camera different today so you could see the cards as well as they're coming. Celebrate yourself. Live in the moment. Don't be so hard on yourself. Thank you. Option number 2. Option number 3, last but not least. All right. These were the cards that I picked for you guys in the beginning. I can't see them, so I'm going to leave them here and just start channeling to see what's coming up with the crystal. Pink Amethyst is a master healer. It's a deep healing. It's a beautiful for inner child. It's a beautiful one for also attracting new people into your life, being open to new things. For many of you, I feel like guidance, clarity, confirmation, whatever it is that you're here to receive, it's like, guess what? You're not lost. Stop telling yourself you should have, could have, would have, all these scenarios you've been playing in your head. You're in a transition right now, because many of you, it's like I see you crossing a bridge. Maybe you're leaving a career and going to the next one. Maybe you're moving from this place to another. There's something, regardless, that you're leaving behind, and it's like an upgraded version of you that's arising. So celebrate yourself. Be kind. Some of you, I feel like the last 6 months, it hasn't, I don't want to say challenging, but it's been a little bit, what's the right word I want to say? Yeah, it's been a little different. Let's say that. It's been a little bit different than what you're used to. And maybe at times it's like, I don't know if I can do this. Maybe at times it's been so hard that you're like, I just want to give up. Lion. Excuse me. Courage. Ask for what you want. You're a very driven soul. I feel like many of you, you're being pushed and encouraged to step more into a leadership role. You're ready. You're not lost. You're ready. You're crossing over that bridge, right? Like, thank you for the lessons, for everything, but I'm ready to go to the next level. As you should. You deserve it. But maybe you're leaving behind a boss, a career, an environment, a place, right? That just doesn't align with you anymore. You learned a lot. You're very driven. This option, I get that you're very driven. And this is a Master Healer Stone. Master Healer Stones have big courage energy because they're able to do master things, right? The teacher, the student, and then the master, the leader. And you can be a leader in many different ways. It doesn't only have to be in a career in politics or as a big position. You can lead in many different ways, and you're ready for that. Many of you have a really good voice, like a very good presence, because I feel like your guides are saying, keep getting out of your comfort zone, record yourself, speak in front of the mirror, but you're meant to use your voice to help others, to lead others, to inspire. You're very, very strong. I think Courage card is the lion coming up first. It's like you're very strong. You're very guided. Consult an expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. And it's a little dolphin guiding you there. Dolphins, play energy. You don't have to take life so hard. You're very driven. You're very inspiring. But also take some time to live in the moment. And it's okay to ask for help. For many of you, I feel like whatever you're trying to expand in, you might be needing a little bit more support. And that's okay. You can receive that extra support. I feel like more than anything, like extra support you're needing, it's like guidance, or maybe you've been investing in yourself a little bit more. And that guidance, that clarity that you're receiving, you're ready for it. I love that. Ooh, self-worth, and it's a cake with the heart. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? You're that cake, right? Stop waiting for somebody or people to see your true worth. Stop waiting for I feel like also it's like your guide saying, don't get in your own way. Stop waiting to be perfect. Everybody starts with that first client. Everybody starts with that first class. Everybody starts somewhere, and it takes time to build, right? It takes time to have courage, to learn lessons. It's just like with life. Sometimes you hear people, oh, they're in their 20s. They don't know anything. But people have also lived. But the whole message is like, as you continue life, you gain that knowledge, that courage. Don't think you can gain it. And maybe you are in your 30s. I don't know why this is coming up, but I'm sure it's for somebody in specific, or some of y'all. Maybe in your 30s, late 30s, and you thought by now I would have this down. By now I would be leading bigger groups. I would be having bigger retreats. I would be having bigger things. But that's okay. We're not there yet. I keep seeing the number 33. The number of Jesus, they call it, right? They say Jesus died when he was 33. So it's that powerful year. Don't underestimate. Whatever your religion belief is, know that somebody rised up at 33. And at 33, or whatever age you're in, you're still worthy. You're still capable. You will still do this, but you have to believe in yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself and a perfectionist more than anything. Peace. Just because some people are fooled by drama doesn't mean you have to attend the performance. Make your life a drama-free zone. I love that. Peace in your space. The light comes out for everyone. You're allowed to shine, to take up space, to not compare yourself. I feel like ultimately this is also a message, like, don't engage with family, friends, with people that they're just taking your energy. You're worthy of starting over, of asking for more, of nurturing yourself on a deeper level. I feel like for some of you, like a message for today, for this guidance that you're needing to hear, it's like, get out of your own way. Stop being so hard on yourself, so critical, that you don't even allow yourself to move forward. You don't even allow yourself to trust in the unknown. I mean, who knows it all? Nobody. I want to bring out the Secret Garden deck. And let's see. Option number 3. What do they need to hear? What do they need to focus on in the moment? Maybe your time is limited. And you're needing something to focus more on. Dare. Take a risk and fly. Move. A rolling stone gathers no moss. And twilight. Surrender to the last hour, when the light barely touches the flowers. Surrender. Twilight zone. And weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. 2 cards, right? Don't accept those crumbs and don't settle. Just because some people don't see your potential, or some people, or maybe it's not even other people. Maybe it's you getting in your own way and you telling yourself, I don't think I can do this. However, you have people that are trying to encourage you. Maybe you're having a hard time with believing and investing in yourself, because knowledge doesn't come overnight, right? We buy books, we go to seminars, we go to retreats, we go to trainings, many things, and that's how we learn and evolve. Things don't happen overnight. Our wisdom comes from our experiences, from our journey. So live. And if right now you're not in a place of investing, that's okay. How can you continue to pour in yourself? There's so much knowledge. For some of you with this option, I feel like there's organization also happening behind the scenes that you're needing to do, like organizing your money, your finances, your goals. Have you checked in with yourself? We're about to start June, halfway through the year. I'm not asking you like, have you been achieving goals? No. Have you been checking in with yourself about your goals? Am I still wanting to accomplish this? And if so, how far have I come? What do I need to do? Check in half of the year instead of waiting for November and like, damn, I should have done this. You're halfway. What can you check in with yourself right now to say, what can I do different? How can I nurture myself different? This deck is calling me, and it's the Divine Beloved. Let's see. What messages for option number 3? You're very driven. Like, I feel that when you are focused, like, you achieve so much. Give yourself credit and honor your body, your temple, nurture it more. Because I feel like for some of you, you go, but you forget how to nurture your body. You got freedom and fear. Let's start with the fear one. I release all fear. I invite you, Divine Beloved, to move through me in all ways, guiding my actions in every moment. Let me release all fear and feel unbridled openness to the new. Fear is something we all feel. I assure you that. People might not speak about it out loud or in a vulnerable way, but it happens to all of us. For some of us, it might hold us back a little bit more because we're worried about failure. We're worried about how others will perceive us. But nobody lives a perfect life. Everyone has to start somewhere. And we learn from that. And don't even look at it as failure. Look at the lessons and the journey. Freedom. I love myself. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who can love myself in every condition. This is beautiful. Free me from self-torture. Fill me with self-acceptance and worthiness. May I allow and honor all my feelings, however they arise. Your feelings, honoring them, feeling it, nurturing yourself. You're not perfect, and we don't want to aim towards being perfect. Nobody lives a perfect life. We have to believe in living in the moment and enjoying as well. What's meant for us will always be for us. Nothing will ever pass you by. You have to believe that every time something comes, that little light bulb turns on, that intuition in you, that heart adrenaline, like, I want to do this, I want to try this. You should. Everybody starts somewhere. I keep seeing the angel number 999. To me, that angel number, maybe you're seeing it, maybe you'll start to see it. Regardless, just know that that is an angel number that reminds us of letting go of what doesn't serve us, closing chapters. So you're needing to hear that. I'm going to end your option with an affirmation card. Thank you for the energy exchange. If you are interested in a private reading, you can definitely book through my website at earthcrystalsconamor.com. Let's see. Your affirmation card. It says, I am attraction. Number 27. 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. You're ending those chapters that don't align with you anymore. Like a magnet, what I put out into the world, I get back. If I lead with negativity, I receive negativity. That's true. What we believe, we become. If I lead with positivity, I receive positivity. Therefore, I choose to lead with positivity. I am attraction. How magical. I love that it says, I am attraction. Right? Like you believing in feel like there's another card that I want to pull, so give me one moment. I'm not done yet. This divine direction, like you're going places, you're doing more, you're meant to do more in this lifetime. So if you're going through some breaking point right now and you're just discovering like, I'm not happy doing this, I want to do other things, like it's valid. Love, it's the right time for you to experience a loving, committed relationship. Enjoy it. You can have love and career. You can find a balance. You just have to find the right people that are willing to support you. Animals are important to you. Animals heal, comfort, and relax you. Maybe you have a little pet. Maybe you've been wanting to adopt a little pet. Just know that you have support all around. Positive. Enjoy this positive time. Smile. Know that everything is going well. No estás sola. He or she, however you identify, but you're worthy of more. Believe in the unknown and trust yourself. Blessings.